70. New York City! My house in the middle of a bone-chilling London night. I found the first dock I could find. And here I am in the Big Apple! Reed, this is so progressive here. Here, listen to this. Victoria Woodhull and her sister, Tenny Cleveland, opened up the first female-run stock brokerage company on Wall Street. there's headlines everywhere. Vanderbilt's proteges, queens of finance. You know, Mr. Vanderbilt, the stock market tycoon. I hear Tenny Cleveland's his little sparrow. And there was this reporter, Mr. Smith. He sat there the whole day and jotted everything down. All these wheelings and dealings of these powerful men on stock market. Came to visit them. It's crazy! I've got to go to everyone! Mrs. Woodhull, Mrs. Cleveland, Mr. Smith. It's a pleasure to be here. It's an honor on this historic day. These papers are gonna fly off the shelves. Welcome, Mr. Smith. I'm Vicky, and this is my sister, Tenny. And if you need anything, I'll be here at my desk taking care of paperwork, and she'll be taking care of our guests. Yes, Mr. Smith, welcome. It's very exciting here. Today's activities are about to begin. Can I pour you a cup of tea? Yes, of course. I read that article about you in the World. Said that you have these quite astonishing conversational powers. Can't say I disagree. I'm just gonna sit here in the corner and take out my notebook. There's a reason why Tenny did all the interviews. She had a bit more charm than Victoria was a little bit less polished, so to speak. Nevertheless, they had their door knocking down before they even opened. Welcome to Wall Street, ladies. Mr. Van Schlag. Not that I need an introduction. Nice place you have here. Very good. Good job. I've been waiting for weeks to speak with you. I hear you have quite the project about the gold stocks, huh? You've got quite the word on the street, you know. Mr. Van Schlag, we're not even open yet. But you are right. We have a few lucrative projects up our sleeves. As soon as we are a firmly established and well-oiled machine today, we'll be happy to take your orders. It is a pleasure to see you, Mr. Van Schlag. Oh, right. It is early in the morning. I think the barber shop is open. I do need a fresh shave. I wish you much success and joy today, ladies. I'll be back. Auf Wiedersehen. Man, oh man, Mr. Van Schlag, he opened up the floodgates. After that, it was one after another, after another, after another. It was crazy. How do you do, Mr. George Bend? Howdy, Mr. Abram B. Bayless, Putter Lair. Good day, madams. Mr. John Bloodgood. Not all of them were nice, though. Go on, keep reading your papers. Mr. Hastings? This one gets juicy. Mrs. Woodhull. Mrs. Cleveland. Don't worry, I won't be here long. I was down at the barber shop talking to what's-his-face, Mr. Van Schlag. Kept going on and on about the women of Wall Street. Just had to check the place out for myself. 'Tis a fine establishment indeed. Bet Mr. Vanderbilt spent a pretty penny on this, huh? Do you really think you'll have any success here on Wall Street? It's not a place for little girls. It is deemed impossible of the sort to have any success here at all. You should stay behind your husbands and let them do the work. May I remind you, Mr. Hastings, that we are more worldly than the average man? We have traveled for years in the law offices of our father. We have a successful newspaper. We are amongst the most successful lobbyists. And there's no reason to think that we shouldn't be successful bankers as well. I am just doing you a favor, Mrs. Woodhull, by letting you know that the only reason anyone is allowing you to conduct business here in the first place is for mere amusement. Till you ladies lose your wits as women do, the whole thing comes crumbling down to a humorous end. Simply awkward to have the swishing of skirts around while men are trying to conduct business. Mr. Hastings, please don't mind my sister Vicky. She can be a bit hot-headed sometimes. But really, were we to notice what is said by what they call society, we could never leave our residence except for in fantastic walking dress and ballroom costume. We think a woman just as capable of a man is making a living. In fact, we know she is. We don't go to balls or theaters, Mr. Hastings. Our mind is on our business, and we attend solely to that. It has been a pleasurable experience with you today, Mr. Hastings. And we do bid you a good day, sir. Very well. Don't say I didn't warn you. Man, oh man, Victoria Woodhull! Oh, she is my hero. She doesn't care what anyone thinks, and she's got more bravery than anyone I can think of. What's next? Victoria for president? Maybe you'll just keep having to buy those papers. Can I tell you a secret? I'm really a girl. Shh. Girls aren't allowed to sell newspapers. Shh.